Someone touched me inappropriately. That was me.
Your basement is in Bridgetown.
My question's not there. I did not want that question on there.
The second thank you goes to my husband, who's the bartender tonight.
Don't forget the kids.
And he's bartending on his birthday, so tell him. The next thank you goes to the caterers. It was very good. If you all like the lasagna, it's Tuesday night at his restaurant, K-Dots, on Westport. And last thing I have to say is my oldest and dearest friend, Sue Hoppy, couldn't be with us tonight. I really miss her presence, but it's 2 weeks today that she buried her husband, so she wasn't up to come back. So, turn it over to Bill or somebody else.
Bill lets me talk, but I don't have much to say. I am very interested, though, in every member here, every class member, fill out the sheets for the contact information. We are having so much trouble getting a hold of people, so I would really appreciate it with all your contact information so we can contact you in 5 years. That's all I have. Hope everybody's having a good time.
Sing for us, Bill.
Somebody close the door, please.
So none of us can get out.
Well, you know, we want to thank Linda. Linda is the one that took care of all the food. Ron, I did nothing.
Thanks, Linda.
So we really appreciate it. And like Linda said, with Linda comes Dale, and Dale's the nicest guy in the world, and we sure appreciate him coming, and he might be bored to death, I don't know, but we're sure glad to have him. And we're glad to have everybody here. Isn't it fun to become a more mature person? And one of the interesting things is it's funny how everybody lets you know that you're becoming a more mature person. They have such subtle ways. Gee, you look good for your age. This is the kind of food you should be eating for your age. This is a type of physical activity you need to do for your age. Here's some exercises that really you should have in your routine for your age.
Here's one of them.
This is how much you should weigh for your age. This is the kind of hairdo you should have for your age. And it's kind of interesting, these subtle ways. You know, I guess we should have been forewarned when we hit age 50. Because at age 50, it seems like you start getting all these solicitations for an art card. And you find out that your life just isn't going to be complete if you don't have that art card. And there is some value to it, that's for sure, but Age 50, do they have to keep telling us? The next thing you know, we start hearing about senior discounts. And you get a senior discount a lot of places. You can get a senior discount at a lot of restaurants. And what aggravates me about it is some places, they say it right up front, senior discount. Some places make you ask for it. And there's
Massage parlor.
okay.
Information.
There's one restaurant in town, aggravates me to death. You could go there every day. And they have a senior discount. But you have to ask for it. They make you ask for it. And I find that, it hurts my pride. My pride.
Would that be embarrassing?
No, it's actually Penn Station. You go to Penn Station, and they'll give you, and it's a 10% discount, you know, worthwhile for seniors.
I was going to say, early bird special.
I didn't give that a thought.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a senior discount. And gosh, did you notice how your mail changed? You know, all of a sudden, your hearing aids, burial plots. So many things that just remind you, and then for instance, television. Oh my goodness, you know the commercials are directed at you. And we won't go into them, but there's medical alerts. Help, I fall and I can't get up. You know, there's all kinds of things. And then some of you guys have had some knee replacements and hip replacements and you know, there's all kinds of things, shoulder adjustments and dental issues. So becoming a mature citizen
Dysfunction.
is a lot of fun. And it's been interesting. So it's been a whole different change of lifestyle. Now, by the way, when we get done here, Karen has got a little activity for us.
Excellent.
Yeah, there's all the medical things. And then I've already heard a little bit of talk about this here. There's the senior moments. You know, now, anybody here had a senior moment?
I don't remember.
Actually, Kathy had a post on Facebook today, and I read that and I thought, gosh, that's funny. She said she loved being age 50 because she learned something new every day, and she forgot 5 other things. So that, you know, that was kind of interesting.
Well,
Does anybody want to tell us about a senior moment you had? We'd love to laugh at. We'd love to hear it.
lots of them, I can't remember.
Rudy drove off with a
I'll never get on that.
gas hose.
Rudy drove off with a gas hose in your car? How'd that work out?
$80.
$80?
They have an automatic disconnect. It still costs $80. Well, they had to do something like that.
They had to chase things out for him.
I did the same thing, but it never cost me.
So somebody else got a senior moment? Come on, let's hear. Any of them that are...
Just remember, but it's too embarrassing.
That's okay. Carol's got a good one that's Bill.
Oh, no, he'll kill me, I told him I wouldn't say that.
Too late.
He's already there now. Yeah, you
Well, you'll find out.
He's already turned bright red. Bill, tell it yourself.
Which one are you talking about?
My driveway.
Go ahead.
Well,
Here, you want to talk into that?
he's gonna kill me.
Wait a minute, so Doc's still in the middle of the
We
street?
have to have everybody hear this. Poor Bill. We live on the farm with my son and daughter-in-law and their family. And it's like a given, you know, that you don't say yes to anything without having a family meeting with the four of us. Well, because like 3 years ago, we had like a half-a-mile driveway that, you know.
First of all, not like most of your stories, just get to the point.
Oh, okay. That's true, because he'll never get to sing, he'll never get to play, never did play. Well, anyway, I wasn't home and Michael was working, and some people came in our driveway and said that they had tar and chips left over on their truck, that they could do some of our driveway, and they would give it to us, you know, for a way cheaper price. Could they do it? Could they do it? And they had trucks and all this stuff, and so he was out cutting the grass, and so the lawnmower, you know, is on, he's got hearing aids and all that, and so this guy, I'm sure he thought, oh, this is perfect. This is just perfect. And look at the size of this driveway. Wow. This is a half
I don't
mile.
want to hear anymore.
That was the bait, and then we had the switch. And he, you know, he was rushing around to get done, and he takes the grandkids over to karate and all that. So he talked it over with Sherry, and, you know, just to go, oh, I think we have enough to go to the waterway or whatever. Okay, fine. And, I mean, he was a math person.
Can't hear it.
Well, I mean, for him to tell these people, yes, okay, yeah, okay, do ya? And then they came to me and said, well, we have a little more on the truck, you know, we could go further. Well, when it was all said and done, the whole driveway was done down to the barnyard, and they wanted the check right then, and then they wanted, what, he told me $38,000, I was at a soccer game, and so I hit the roof, and I wanted to talk to this guy, I called him every name in the book, whatever, and he goes, whoa! And they were like Mexicans, some regular people, whatever. Well, so I told Gus, don't you give him a check, you know, who is that? You know, they can't. You know, what is he, nuts?
You're gonna pay.
I know I am gonna pay. So anyway, that next morning he came by to get his check, and I reamed him out again, and he came down, we ended up paying, what, $30,000 or something like that. But still, when you come out, if you ever come out to our house, when you go down the driveway, watch for the little golden specks. They gotta be there. The 14 karat gold. Yeah. So that was a
Just don't tell him about Ron.
yeah, exactly. So,
Was it wood chips, rubber chips, what was
no,
it?
it's tar and chips. They put down tar and then they put down this gravel, and then the gravel sinks. It's supposed to be end up like a paved driveway. Well, when we came home that night, Trevor, he goes, this is just a gravel driveway.
Sorry, Bill.
Let's start a new business.
He didn't come to the house and multiply.
Thank you very much.
Well, would anybody else like to do?
That's tough to follow.
Anybody else want to do in their spouse or tell any of senior moments? Well, the senior moments kind of happen when you're really not expected. By the way, I'm going to have one in just a minute. So I can predict it. Well, you know, I said you see all kind of stuff on television. Yeah, you do. Have you heard the medications that they advertise?
Gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
the side effects are probably worse than the cure.
It takes them longer to take the side effects than it does to calculate your medicine.
It
The
does.
only pill they have come up with yet is for one of the people that talk to you.
Well, you know, along the medication line, there are side effects, and I actually have one that there's a side effect, and it kind of drives me nuts, to tell you the truth. It makes me dream a lot, and it sometimes seems like I dream all night. I'll whip off, it seems like 3 or 4 stupid dreams. And I actually talked to the doctor about it, and he cut my medication in half, and it didn't stop it at all. So, but I'm going to tell you about one dream I had. It's pretty interesting, I thought. I dreamed and I died and I went to heaven. And I got up to the pearly gates, and the gates opened, and St. Peter came, and I introduced myself, and I started in, and
None of your friends were there.
he said, wait a minute, you can't go in. You did some things wrong. He says, you have to serve a punishment. I said, really? And he said, yeah. He says, give me just a minute. And next thing you know, he's bringing out a pair of handcuffs and putting them on me. And the next thing you know, I see, excuse the way I'm going to put this, but this ugliest, stinkingest, dirtiest woman came, and she comes down and he handcuffs her to me, and he says, your punishment is going to be that you're going to have to be on earth for 2 weeks with her. So we go off to earth, and oh, it was terrible. None of you guys would talk to me. Everybody was running away. No friends would come near us, because it was just an awful experience. So anyway, the 2 weeks came out, and we were just getting ready to come back up the pearly gates, and lo and behold, I see Jim Updike. And Jim Updike is handcuffed to this beautiful, most gorgeous woman that you'd ever want to see. And I can't tell you how I felt. Well, anyway, I got back up to the pearly gates, and St. Peter said, well, he says, okay, you served your punishment. He took off the handcuffs. And I said, let me ask you something. I said, I saw Jim Updike down there, and he had this most beautiful, gorgeous woman. And why was that? He said, well, she came up here the same way you did. And she had to serve a punishment. And so she got Jim Well, anyway, those senior years. You know, I was listening to some people talk earlier, and I noticed that a lot of you have been married 50 years or more. Kind of raise your hands, will you?
Wow.
Pretty nice.
This year, come on.
I'm not there yet, I got 4 more weeks.
I know that
All of us have been there, it's okay,
Well, anyway,
What is the date today? Got 20 days left.
What about you, Bill?
You were a different way.
I think we've been married 50 years. We're in for 54, actually. No, somebody's here 55.
wow.
So they had a pretty good.
If I told them my wives have been married.
Hey, there you
I
go.
have two. You just have to be married 3 times.
That's it. Three's magic number.
That's okay, that's good. Well, anyway, so we, in a little bit, we pointed out a lot of things that happen when you hit those golden years. And we made it maybe sound a little negative, but really it's been kind of a fun journey. And a lot of people would say they wouldn't want to go backwards because, you know, look what's going on. Look what's going on in the world today. Look at the political situation. You know, when we were younger, I think Linda put it good. I heard her say today we had moral values, and I think we're kind of missing them today. Well, so anyway, before Karen comes up, George and I know a songwriter, actually friends with a songwriter in Nashville, and she's actually a member of the Academy Awards, and she's quite talented. And she wrote this song called Golden Years. So now Ron will get the door. And I'm going to go ahead and sing it for you. You and I are like an old-fashioned pair of shoes. We fit so well together, never come unglued. We walk so many miles, and there's so many dreams. Two souls strongly bound and never ripping at the seam. Golden years, golden wedding bands, 50 years, we're still holding hands with a promise and a vow made right from the start. Golden years, we said forever, till death do us part. I wanna dream lover, so I don't have to dream alone.
Don't be cruel to who heart is true.
Tears on my pillow, pain in my heart, caused by you. I only have eyes for you. Love is strange. I know the way, no, say I'm sorry.
Do-ka-bell, do-ka-bell, do-ka-bell. You're 16, you're beautiful, and you're mine.
As we stroll along together, holding hands, walking all alone.
Well, lovey darling, come and go with me.
I wonder who knew.
16 candles make a lovely light.
From within a dim light cast two silhouettes on